Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. A 53-year-old man from Connecticut has passed away following a fatal hit-and-run crash in Luzerne County on Friday. According to Pennsylvania State Police, the incident took place around 2:30 p.m. on Interstate 80 eastbound near mile marker 257 in Butler Township. During the incident, troopers say the victim was outside his disabled commercial vehicle when he was struck by a second commercial vehicle passing his location. Officials say the victim sustained life-threatening injuries and was life-flighted to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley, where he succumbed to his injuries. The name of the victim has not yet been released. Sugarloaf Township Police, Cunningham Borough Police, Sugarloaf Fire Department, and Lehigh Valley Health Network EMS also assisted at the scene. One woman is dead following a Sunday morning fire in Avoca. According to officials, crews were dispatched to the scene on the 600 block of Main Street around 5 a.m. for a reported structure fire. Officials say the fire took about 3 hours to get under control and that 9 total departments responded to the blaze. Crews say the home sustained heavy damage inside and out, including damage to the roof and several broken windows. The identity of the victim is unknown at this time. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Hazleton City Police are investigating a shooting on March 20th. According to police, the shooting took place around 5:30 p.m. in the area of the 600 block of North Vine Street. Upon arriving at the scene, police say they found 5 damaged vehicles and several shell casings lying in the roadway. No injuries have been reported. Hazleton police are asking anyone with home security cameras along North Vine Street between 15th Street and Diamond Avenue to review their cameras to see if they recorded any of the incident. The investigation into the incident remains ongoing. Stay tuned on WYLN News for updates. Coming up on WYLN News, a woman from Berwick faces drug distribution charges. Plus, a woman is charged with arson following a fire in Hazel Township. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network Pediatric Rehabilitation Services in Hazleton, a brand new location custom designed with children in mind. Our team of therapists and specialists improve the lives of children who need physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech-language pathology.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow we're going to be Pop Week Rowdy.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, what would you do? A man calls you from Florida who for 18 months his pain is so bad, no doctor has helped him, 15 of them. 18 months of pain, he's suicidal. I went to Florida. Let's see if I helped the man.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Welcome back to WYLN News. A woman has been arrested in Berwick for distributing methamphetamine. Erin Houseward was taken into custody following several days of surveillance, citizen tips to officers about drug activity, and controlled purchases of methamphetamine performed by police. According to Berwick police, Houseward had been distributing the narcotics out of her residence at 909 West Front Street, Apartment B in Berwick. The execution of a search warrant at the residence resulted in the seizure of about $600 in U.S. currency, several prepackaged packets of methamphetamine, 3 digital scales, brand new packaging material, money ledgers, a small amount of marijuana, and various narcotics paraphernalia. Houseward is currently behind bars at the Columbia County Prison with a $25,000 straight cash bail. A woman has been charged with arson in Hazel Township following a reported fire on Wednesday, March 19th. According to state police, crews were called to the scene on the 1000 block of North James Street around 9 p.m. Upon arriving at the scene, troopers say a row of bushes measuring about 150 feet long was found on fire. Officials say a neighboring residence was about 21 feet from the west side of the bushes and was occupied by a 30-year-old woman, a 7-year-old girl, and a 14-month-old girl at the time of the fire. 2 traffic signs were also damaged in the blaze. State police say Amy Degenhardt has been charged with arson, risking catastrophe, and recklessly endangering another person among charges in connection with the incident. Degenhardt has been denied bail and is currently behind bars at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility. Her preliminary hearing is scheduled for April 3rd. Jennifer Sordoni has been appointed the interim CEO for the United Way of Greater Hazleton. Sordoni has a long history of working with the United Way, including the United Way of Wyoming Valley, where she recently served as the interim CEO until the appointment of the newly hired Sarah Paperno. Sordoni has also served as the co-chair of the annual campaign, the chair of the Community Investment Council, the board chair, and the governance committee chair during her time with the United Way. In a press release, Board Chair Donna Daugherty said Sordoni will help the United Way to maintain an uninterrupted service to the greater Hazleton community as they transition to a new CEO. Anyone interested in applying for the position can email their resume to Donna Daugherty at unitedwayhazleton.org. Coming up on Ringtown's News Choice, Chris Foam releases Down the Path Through History with Lansford Part 1. Plus, we check in with Luzerne County Manager Imelda Crocomo on Crocomo's County Report. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
Are you sitting at home living in pain? Maybe it's in your hands, maybe your back or your hips. The good news is you don't need to live in pain. Why? Because there is Omega XL, a one-of-a-kind, natural, powerful joint relief supplement created from the green lip mussels of New Zealand. Drug-free, non-habit forming. It's small, easy to swallow. and it's backed by more than 40 years of clinical research. As I was getting older, my joints started to feel that wear and tear. But then I tried Omega XL, and it changed my life. If you're experiencing daily aches and pains due to aging and overuse, try Omega XL and see the difference it can make in your life.
Buy one, get two free. 2 bottles of Omega XL plus Vitamin XL D3, a value of more than $85. Call today and you pay only $39.95. Plus, you have nothing to lose because it's backed by our 60-day money-back guarantee. Call now.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
From the moment anthracite coal was discovered near Summit Hill in the 1790s, the nascent coal industry suspected that the Panther Valley Creek of western Carbon County was laden with black diamonds. The first organized mining of the area took place around 1817 by the Lehigh Coal Company, which would grow into the mammoth Lehigh Coal Navigation Company in the coming years. One of the company's chief mining engineers, Asa Lansford Foster, drove one of the valley's first mine tunnels. Foster encouraged the various patch towns that sprung up in the valley, Ashton, Storm Hill, Jamestown, and Andrewsville among them, to merge into a single community. As the patch towns started forming, so too did places of worship for those who settled them. The very first, the Welsh Congregational Church, was built on today's West Abbott Street and opened for service on December 26, 1850. As nails were too expensive for the congregation to use at that time, pegs were used instead to hold the building in place. The church saw regular service through 1935, and then sporadically thereafter through 1955. Today, the Welsh Congregational Church building still stands in the borough and has been painstakingly restored by members of the Lansford Historical Society. The patch towns slowly grew as more mines opened. One of them was the No. 9 mine, which began operations in 1855 at the far west end of today's Ridge Street. It had the advantage of being at a lower altitude than the mines in nearby Summit Hill, thus allowing the groundwater in the mine to flow out naturally, without the need for pumps. The first coal was withdrawn from the mine in 1857, and at its peak, it was producing 90,000 tons of anthracite for market. When the No. 9 closed in June 1972, it was the longest continually operated deep mine for anthracite in the world. It would stand dormant for 20 years before it was bought with plans to make it into a tourist attraction. This dream was realized in 2002, and today the No. 9 allows visitors to come deep under the earth to see the life that generations of miners lived in the area. In the early years of mining in the Panther Valley, the coal would be taken up inclined planes to Summit Hill and sent down the Switchback Railroad to what was then Mauch Chunk. This would change when construction began on the Hotto Tunnel. Conceived by Lehigh Coal Navigation to shorten shipping times and to drain water from higher elevation mines, it was completed the following year and cut 15 miles off the route to Mauch Chunk. With the Hotto Tunnel's completion, Lehigh Coal Navigation decided to get out of the transportation business. They thus leased the tracks that ran through the tunnel to the Central Railroad of New Jersey and sold off the Switchback Railway to private investors. The tunnel's completion also encouraged the company to move their corporate headquarters to Lansford and industrial shops to the Panther Valley. Lehigh Coal Navigation would be the largest employer in the area for decades to come, and it would in fact actively dissuade other businesses from taking route around them so as not to diminish their labor pool. The Hotto Tunnel would continue to carry train traffic until it was abandoned in 1969 following a major collapse. By the 1870s, labor violence rose dramatically throughout the anthracite region with the rise of the alleged Molly Maguires, and the Panther Valley was not immune to the spate of violence. On the morning of September 3, 1875, John P. Jones, superintendent of the Lehigh and Wilkes-Barre Coal Company, left his house on West Birch Street and made his way down to the telegraph office on Dock Street before heading to work for the day. When he stepped outside the office afterwards, he was shot dead by assailants, who called him by name before firing on him. Suspicion for the crime would fall on alleged Molly leader Alexander Campbell, who operated the Columbia House Tavern on West Ridge Street. Campbell had been fired and blacklisted by Jones back in 1869 following a heated argument over Campbell either wishing to work near the mine's entrance or wanting his own mule to use. Campbell, along with Michael J. Doyle and Edward J. Kelly, would be convicted of Jones's murder and hanged in mock chunk on the infamous Day of the Rope, June 21, 1877. Campbell would place his handprint on his cell's wall before his execution, claiming it would remain there forever as a sign of his innocence. The handprint remains visible today.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Welcome back to Crocomo's County Report. I'm here as always with Luzerne County Manager Romilda Crocomo. Romilda, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Spring is here.
That it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you were telling me right before we got started here about an award that someone in Luzerne County is going to be receiving.
Very proud of our 911 trainer, Brian Black. He will win the Pennsylvania APCO Trainer of the Year Award on April 1st. It's not a joke. It's for real. Brian has trained most of our 911 operators. He just does a tremendous job, and it is wonderful that he's being recognized by the state and by his peers.
Absolutely. That's such an important job, and we don't see those people get enough recognition, so it's good to hear that.
They're called the heroes with the headsets. So they do really a tremendous job, and it's not an easy job, that's for sure.
Absolutely. So congratulations to him. You were also telling us that there has been a recent closure with the Nanticoke Bridge.
Yes, it was going through its regular scheduled inspection, and we were informed by the engineers inspecting the bridge that we need to close it. So we did that out of safety concerns for all the residents and anyone who's traversing that bridge. We are going to review the engineers who have submitted statements of interest to either rebuild, refurbish the bridge. So that's underway. I want to thank District 4, PennDOT, for helping us. They aided us in putting up the temporary barriers, and our engineer is working on the permanent barriers until we can get a plan together and, as I said, either refurbish or rebuild the bridge.
Gotcha. Is there any kind of timeline yet set for that?
No, but it does take a rather long time to not only build bridges but dismantle them. There's a lot of permitting, a lot of requirements that go into doing changes or making total changes of bridges. I'm learning fast.
You also had an update about the election.
Yes, the time to challenge the petitions is over. The Bureau has sent out letters to candidates and municipalities who may have questions on the ballot and positions on the ballot. We sent those letters out asking the candidates and the municipalities to review what we have that should be on the ballot. If there's a mistake, we're asking them to let us know now, and time is of the essence because we have to get the ballots ready, and they have to be ready to be sent to the printer and be mailed out. So if you received a letter from the Election Bureau asking you to verify or correct information, send that information to the Bureau right away.
A lot of good information. Is there anything else you want to share with our viewers today?
Just we have a county council meeting on Tuesday. Everybody is welcome to attend. You can attend in person at the courthouse. You could attend via Zoom. That link is on our website, and then there's a YouTube channel as well.
Lots of good information as always. I want to thank Romilda Crocomo for joining us for another segment of Crocomo's County Report. We'll see you next time.
You're watching WYLN.